Yung mga battalion commanders, please stand to be recognized. Those present and those virtually present. The division staff, headed by Colonel Arlino Boyet Sandayego and Mrs. Sandayego. Of course, Mrs. Orio, Mrs. Santos, Mr. Sandayego. We have the pastor of the UCCP Samar, Napalugan po. UCCP pastor, ano po yun, diba? UCCP po, UCCP. We also, yes, the UCCP is with us. Hindi siya CCP, UCCP, United Church of Christ in the Philippines. Of course, our Division Sergeant Major, Master Sergeant Jerry Gabia, is not to be recognized. The Chief of our Civilian Human Resources, Ms. Rina Kapunan. Our friends from the media, Tigang Hanorte, asa man din, Norte Hanon. Ang mga Istihanon, waray. Istihanon, waray. Tatpalugan, media, present. Ormoc, media. Southern Leyte, waray pa. Friends, ladies and gentlemen, hayaan po ninyo na aking ilatag ang aking kwento sa forma ng isang magazine. Nakita niyo ako sa isang magazine. Suot ko ay green. Nagsimula itong paglakbay kung saan nagtapos ang aktibo at informadong paglilingkod ni Sir Milo Tigayo. Pero ngayon siya so far, so good. Nandun pa sa so good Southern Leyte. Umani kaagad tayo ng mga surrenderies sa pamamagitan ng astig na diskarte ni Commander Ito 2nd Brigade, also known as Juan Tandaya, na pinatupad ng 78 Infantry Warrior Battalion. Matapos ang 3 araw na pagkatsada sa buong area, inikot ko kasi, nag-tour guide ako kay Colonel Sandayego dahil first time assignment niya rin. Kuha namin kagad 6 na probinsya sa 3 araw. Katabi ko sa upuan, yung dating Division Sergeant Major, si Master Sergeant De Jesus, magre-retire na sa January. Sabi na, nagtitest na ako, sir, pangalawang course na ngayon. Hindi pa ako na-relieve. Sige, pagbalik natin, Biyernes, relieve ka. Kaya yung assistant niya, ngayon, yan na si ating Sergeant Major, si Jerry Capia, natin kong Sergeant Major sa ito turn, natin siyang Chief Clerk ng GC mo, walay pabor-pabor, dumaan sa pagpipilian. Tuloy-tuloy din ang pagbabalik loob ng mga nalinlang nating mga kababayan sa tulong ng kanilang kaanak. Yan ang e-free program ni General Vistoir. Kahit doon sa bandang Hilagang Samar, ay marami na rin ang nagsibabaan. Maski pa yung itinagong kasawian ng punong tulisan na si alias Drok ay kusang natagpuan, pinaglemayan din natin. Ganun pa man, hindi lang sa kalaban ang may kasawian, isa sa ating batang-batang sundalo, si Private Boyet Bugtong, ay nagbuwis ng buhay sa kasagsagan ng bagyo dahil sa operation. Kaya nga itong nakalipas na 40 araw ay lubos nagbigay sa akin ng kasiyahan. Personal satisfaction. Nung isang araw, o just the other day, napadaan kami dito, mga lang mula dito, wala pang 30 minutes sa isang bulaluhan. Kitang-kita yan pag dito ka, pag northbound ka. May karatula doon. Kaya ako napalingon. Mainit ang biyahe. Mag-shower muna bago magbulalo. Nadaan ka na doon, Paul? Nag-shower po, nagbulalo? Nagbulalo. May shower talaga doon, 20 pesos. Kaso malapit na lang naman ang tampo. Hindi na ako nag-shower. Nagbulalo kami nung bone marrow at shock. Yung shock na yun pala yung dito sa taga ang shock nila doon. Basta Ilonggo mga tag-iyana, taong mo to. Apit ka mo, basta dito, makita mo ang isang nakalagay sa karatulan niya. Everybody can make difference. Yun pala, yun yung ginagawa ko. And everybody can just do that. Just making a difference. Kaya, sa pagkakataon din na kailangan tayo, isang tawag lang ni Lord. So I answered the call of the Lord. The Lord Byron Tricarion of OCDA. Wala pa. Ano pa lang, pumapasok pa lang yung bagyo kasi noong nagkataon naman, noong October 20, nung pagsalubong namin kay SND, pinatawag kasi kaagad dito si Ase Karaing. Sinama pa nga sa C295. Boy, sabi niya, walang magtambahay ka doon. 20 yun. Sabi niya, malakas itong ano na to. Kaya nga ako na-alerto din talaga. Kasi sabi nila, di ba sa ano, SND yan. At nag-duty na rin kasi ako sa OCD. Noon pa man, nung matagal na. Kaya isang tawag ni Lord, ara tayo. Ang 8 Emergency Response Company, pinamunuan ni First Lieutenant Cañete. Ayun yun. Yung malaking mama na yun ang pinadala namin doon sa Bicol. So, pinadala si Lieutenant Cañete, kabahagi ng team RDRMC-8. Kagaya din, kung bukas ating ipaggunita ang pag-ragasan ng Bagyong Yolanda, November 8. Mas maigi pa na tumulong kaysa tinutulungan. Pero kung kinakailangan, ang inyong stormtroopers ay ara tayo. Samantala, natagpuan na rin kahit yung mga matagal na mga ginamit na armas ng makikibaka, nabubulok na kagaya ng kanilang mga ideolohiya. At upang mabigyan ng pagkakataon naman ang mga lokal na namamahala, namamalita, tinuloy na rin namin yung napospong na Oktoberfest. Kasi sabi ko sa amin, sa Germany, may Oktoberfest. Beer yung ininom namin. Kaya, nasaan yung souvenir nyo na dala niyo? Yung max. May beer ulit mamaya, libre. Walang beer. Kaya nag-Oktoberfest, sabi para sa mga press na taga dito. At upang para din kamakailan ang nagsagawa ng mga utos ni Kong Bisco ay ating sinagawa ang send-off ceremony sa combat test mission ng Scout Ranger Class 223-24 doon sa Calbayo. Ngayon, akala nila tapos na. Nung sumunod na araw, bakbakan ulit sa area ng Northern Samar, 5 enkwentro sa loob lang ng isang oras. Sumunod na araw, meron pa rin. Hanggang ngayon, actually, walang humpay. Kaya, abang-abang na kayo. Wala kayong kamera doon. Yung Northern Samar Press, pag may nangyari doon mamaya, may naiwan ba doon? Walang mag-cover. Bahala kasi, si 8 o 3rd, bibigyan na lang kayo. Kung sakali, usap. Press release, i-release ka agad. Kaya nga tawag dyan press release, hindi yan pinipress. Nire-release yan. Kaya, maraming salamat, 8ID Press Corps, for covering all throughout this period. And I believe you will continue to do so for as the new commander accomplishes the mission. Sa bahagi din ito, nais kong personal na magpasalamat kay aking boss, Kong Bisco, sa pagpayag niya sa akin na mag-lead ng station for 3 days on October 14 to 16 para talaga mag-attend sa testimonial, dinner, and retirement ceremony ng aming first squad leader nung kami ay pumasok sa Philippine Military Academy noong April 1, 1987. Tandang-tanda ko pa. Ang araw na yun, hindi ko lang alam kung sino dito ang hindi confused sa amin na 5 na kami yan, mga 4th company, 3rd company, dalawang 3rd company, Cadet Lilina, Cadet Imperiala, yung letter P hanggang QRSTUB, nandun yan sa 4th company. At natatak naman, 3 letter P, si Cadet Leonardo Ibiro Peña ng Batangas, Cadet Noe Alberto Peñafiel ng Ligao Albay, Cadet William Peñafiel ng Mandaluyong City, at Cadet Perfecto Paloma Peña Redondo, SIDA 7848 ng Pasig, Iloilo. Ay lahat nagtapos, lahat general. Kong 11, Kong 9, Commander 902 at graduating. Kaya tuwa ang aming squad leader yan. The former Deputy Chief of Staff Armed Forces of the Philippines, Lieutenant General Charlton Chan Martinez Gardan, Philippine Navy Marines. Kaya, hiling tayo sa Marines ang palaki sa akin. Hiling ako sa Marines. Kaya ang pinalit natin is Marines na, sambisig pa, Ilonggo pagin. Si Lieutenant General Jimmy Larida of Dueñas, Iloilo. So the view, the very proud, the Marines, the Sambisig, and mga tao. Of course, may Marines din. The Commandant of the Marines is Api Kislay. So, pinagpatuloy ko ang mga sinimula ni General Ligayo. Yung timing naman dahil putos siya ni CGPA. So, functional, what we just added are some amenities and the requirement for the division officers, staff to do their, sabi ko, walang lunch break. Hindi yan working lunch. Hindi yan nag-work, nagla-lunch talaga yan. Kunwari lang. Doon kayo, so, and sport, ewan ko lang kung iyan mo. Basta, ako, dapat pagbagting, araw na yun. Yung kaldero, may ano yan eh. Tapos, by 12 o'clock, patalyo, tension. Adjutant, diba? Adjutant, i-memorize mo yun. Para pagkasabi mo gano'n, stop eating and then mag-dissemination. And then merong dagdag kaalaman. Ngayon, may dinagdagan din ako sa gilid ng opisina between the office of the division commander and assistant division commander. Yung Sambisig atrium. Ay, boss, namagan tayo nun mamaya mag-shooting ng kay Juan Tandaya para i-promote yung Sambisig atrium. Kape-kape. Invited din kayo, magkape-kape doon. Ito yung kalagitnaan ng opisina na yan. Nilagyan ng bubong para kung makulan, para siyang waterfalls, mababa doon. True or false? True. Na yung hindi ako champion. Yung time din na yon ay sinamantala ko na rin magbisita sa 2nd Infantry, 2nd Battalion sa Uson, Masbate para magpasalamat, magpaalam kasi nandun pa yung aking mga inabot na tropa noong 2014 hanggang 2016. Pero kami noon kasi nasa Barangay Tula-Tula, Ligao, Albay. Kasama sa area ko ang Daraga kung saan pinanganak ang Bombiscom. Yan. At ang Voltan Mayon. Anak yan din siya ni Voltan Mayon. Kaya tapang talaga tao. Bantay lang kayo pag sumabog yan. Hindi, wag na natin yung time yun. So, may mga bagay-bagay din tayong pinagpatuloy. Iriniratsada na lang yung mga ilan sa ating nakapanayam at binigyan ng buwang ng time ay ang National Amnesty Commission, halimbawa, na sinamahan ni Ma'am Amy. May deadline ito hanggang 2026 na lang. Pag nakikinig kayo, kung ayaw nyo mag-avail ng amnesty, diwat. Kasi iba yung amnesty. Nilook forward ko na ito. Malapit na ako, 12 days siguro. I-avail ko na ito sa asawa ko. Kasi sa amnesty, hindi ka lang pinapatawad. Burado lahat ng kasalanan, kahit yung hindi mo ginawa. Yun ang amnesty. Hindi lang yun. Yung pardon me, hindi ka narinig. Pag-amnesty, wala na yan. Lahat yun. Kaya, sa mga nakikinig pa doon sa bundok, mag-amnesty na kayo hanggang 2026. March 25, 2026. Mahigit pa isang taon. Nagbisita din dito yung dating battalion commander ng Signal Battalion, si the Signal Regiment Commander, Brigadier General Jam Samonte. Binigyan natin ng marami din silang kontribusyon. Pati yung aking Hiluna group. Binisita namin ni CS yung 3 brigade sa loob ng 3 araw, October 1 to 3. At yung aking PMA entrance examination Group Alpha mate. Group Alpha. Group Alpha yun. Si Brigadier General Fermin Karangan, retiring as the AP Procurement Service Head. Mandito, pati na rin yung sinagawa natin yung replaying sa araw ng kamatayan ni Major Eliazar Opiñano na napalaban sa 300 MPA noong October 28, 1985. Kaya siya ang natamaan, malaking tao pala. At ito anak niya, yan ang kanyang byuda, si Ma'am Flora. At yung anak niya, na noon ay 1 year old, ngayon 40 years old na, si Everwin. Siguro ganyan katangkad yung tatay, pero talagang lumaban yun. Siya lang naman, siya ang namatay. Kahit siya nakabreak na XO ng 1990. At isa sa activity, binigyan nating halaga noong November 1, ang pag-dispose ng mga dilapidated na Philippine flags. 23 pieces in accordance with Republic Act 8491. Yung proper disposal, may seremonya na isinagawa. Naman, ngayon nung Sabado, Linggo ng gabi, nagkaroon si CS Buyet ay tumakas ng birthday niya noong November 1. Nandun sila mag-asawa sa 5 asawa. Pero iisang asawa lang talaga dala ni Buyet. Kahit 5 asawa, yung pinunta nila at yung kanilang anak. Doon siya nag-celebrate. Kaya nung pagbalik na namin ko, November 3, may dala-dala, hindi lang isa, 2 litson. Isang litson, hindi ganyan isa ko yun. Secret lang. At isa pang litson, na litsong kambing, galing sa Ilongos. Kaya yung mga namin, ngayon, biglang naging double celebration kasi 2 litson. Thanksgiving na rin para sa akin. At ako talaga ay na-touch. Dahil ito, may nung nagbigay ng tribute. Kaya, Joyce, pasok. Joyce, si First Lieutenant.
Reflectively, in heart and need, the strength we follow, the courage we need. Brigadier General Peña-Redondo, our steadfast guide. In every trial, you walk by our side. Your triple P is more than a name. It stands for power, purpose, and passion. Power to lead us with honor and grace. Purpose to keep us on mission and pace. You walk the talk with each steady stride. A model of integrity and pride. Not just in words, but in action and deed. You show us each day what it means to lead. You lift our spirits, you lighten our load. With care for each trooper along the road. Moral and welfare you place above. Guiding us forward with respect and love. Completed staff work, you hold us our creed. For every mission, you set the lead. Through planning and focus, we rise and stand tall. Under your guidance, we give it our all. And beyond duty, your warmth shines through. With music and humor, bringing joy and youth. A triple P leader in spirit and might, uplifting the division with hope and light. So here is our thanks, our pride, our salute. For the power and purpose you resolutely root. Brigadier General Peña-Redondo, our respect is true for all you are and all that you do. Thank you, sir.
Yan dito ka Joyce, First Lieutenant Joyce Ann Byron, Adjutant General Service. Isama mo na yan sa Dan, AGS graduate. Ito, yung AD camp ko na minsan nasa outside camp. Maging iligang na rin dito. AGS din yan, graduate ng, saan ka? Fort Jackson, South Carolina. Pero magpaalam siguro sa ako na magbakasyon muna sa Amerika. Kasi magkakamusta doon kay Mang Donald. Anyway, thank you. Nung pinadala ko sa wife ko yung na yan, reply siya, trigger ka na. Ikaw din siguro ang ilang natop ka. Tabi ko si Jiten. Natop ka. The one that got away. Maamong galit na. Thought ka. Thank you for the thoughtful rendition of a poem. Those are the things na I'd like to do, no? Later, recite ng poetry. Pero alam niyo naman, pagkantahan hindi ako maatras. Ngayon, hindi ako kakanta. Hayaan niyo, papaalam ko lang, makinig kayo sa isang original na Filipino music. Kauna-unang pagkakataon na iparinig ito. Recording hindi pa final, kailangan pa ng refinement. Dahil ito talaga ay sinagawa ng bukas loob ng mga gumawa nito. At ito ay tawagin na lang natin kantang perfecto. Aawitin talaga. Parang aawitin natin.
Sabi namang wala namang taong perfecto. Dahil sumakit sa kakapulse ng marso. Kung sigilan sa tabi ng isang kampo, hindi niya unang marang papalang.
tatlong henerasyon ng mga musikero. Kauna-una dyan, ang talagang original composition was done by retired Second Lieutenant Bonifacio Magallanes, the former band master of the 8th Infantry Division. Inabot ko dito noong pag-report ko noong 2003. He is a graduate of the University of the Philippines Conservatory of Music. Associate 2-year na ano yun, full-time pinaaral siya nung sundalo na. And his classmate was Irene Marcos. Irene Marcos Araneta. Pero si Irene more on voice and refinement. Pero si Maestro Bonifacio Magallanes talagang nag-volunteer yan. Pero ay taga-amyag Aulilo. Ay mag-general na ganimuan para sa tamasan. Nag-general ako. Kumuha siya, but that's different. Yung march music, actually recorded na rin yun. Pero tatayo pa sila pag march music. Pero na rin yun, ang 8ID band. Then rearranged into pop music by a 20-year-old lass from Northern Samar, si John Ken Sales Abalo, who is now taking Bachelor of Music at the Philippine Women's University. Siguro second year na siya ngayon. It's a 4-year degree. He is the son of retired engineer Sergeant Andy Abalo, the last singing soldier of Itbulaga in the year 2000. And of course, si Sergeant Bumatibo and yung mga singers, actually palakpakan natin yung 8ID combo, sila yan. Nandito yung mga mamaya pag mag-stay pa kayo hanggang gabi tayo. May kantahan talaga na totoo. Yun, lang yun. Ipaparecord ko pa ito, siguro sa retirement, mamimigay ako ng Kaya ako sa magpaalam, magpaano ko ng plaka sa Columbia Records. Yung bilid. Kasi mga musta na rin kay President Trump. So, yung awitin sa pamamagitan na yan ay ang pagambaga ng ilang generasyon, tribute, hindi lang sa akin, kundi sa ating din. Sa gawa yan, instrumento lang ako dito. Nung una, yung misis ko pala, nandyan na nakikinig, nanonood online, si Susette Rosa Piñeredondo, and my sister in Canada, si Grace. And of course, yung other attendees, virtually. Nung umpisa, sabi na, bakit ka ginawa na ganyan? Yung mga, alam ko na yung mga patay na. Yung, di ba, parang ganyan. Hindi, sabi kasi nito, di ba, bakit ko pahintayan? Hindi ko na marinig yun. So anyway, I proceeded with the recording despite their objection. So ayan, nakaya na rin. Kaya yung collaboration na pamilya Piñeredondo, yung lyrics na yan. Because they are there. They're part of it. My parents, my brothers, my sisters, and my wife and my children are part of that song, and all of you. And so, sa pamamagitan yan ay tinatakpan ko na ang magazine na ito, kwentong perfecto, sa panalangin na nawa yung susunod na hindi lang 40 araw, kasi noong 40 taon na ginawin ni Moises ang mga Israelita mula doon sa Egypto, pabalik sa kanilang promised land. At nagkaroon sila ng 40 days na nagkaroon ng mana. Nagkaroon ng 40 days siya na umakyat ng bundok pagbaba niya. Marami ng utos, hindi na. Ngayon, 10 lang. Ngayon marami na ang utos talaga. Hindi lang 10. Sinusunod naman natin. At yung 40 araw na nag-fast si Kristo, napakalaga yung 40 araw. Kuminsan dito lang din nag-uumpisa yung katapusan nag-uumpisa. Kaya maraming salamat sa pagiging bahagi. Hindi ako nagpapaalam kasi assistant division pa ito. Kaya nandun lang pa rin. Hindi pa ako naglilipit kasi hindi pa naman. Ayaw pa ni Adjutant General ng ni General Cortez pirmahan yung aking retirement. Maaga pa. Sabi niya ganun. Oo nga, maaga pa naman. Pero wala na akong kaso sa ombudsman. Kaya ayusin mo doon yung Richard Villator yung mga encounter kahapon na December. Wala ni human rights case doon. Tama. Tama. Right. Human rights. We follow the rules of engagement. We follow Nandyan yung ating mentor, si General Buggy de Leon. Sir, walang ano dito, walang open forum. So, salamat sa mga bigay mo na, ano, tuloy-tuloy yan, nagbibigay sa atin ng utosan. Pati si General Chan, padalhin mo din yung soko. Yes, sir. May soko, di ba? May General Chan. Hindi, suggestion lang naman. I keep in touch with my former commanders like General Rabonsa. He has a personal message to me na sabi nga na, and I believe this is already the apex of my career. And of course, in accordance with the General's order, I will perform other duties as may be given. Sir, upon your while I am in the service. So, muli, maraming salamat, and to God be all the glory. Headquarters, 8th Infantry Stormtroopers Division, Philippine Army. Camp General Vicente Lucban, Catalogan City, Samar. 7th of November 2024, General Orders Number 538. Relinquishment of Command. Pursuant to Paragraph 1, General Orders Number 1175 of Headquarters, Philippine Army, dated 06 November 2024, I hereby relinquish the command of the 8th Infantry Stormtroopers Division, Philippine Army, effective its date, and I sign in God's presence. Sergeant Major, lower my class.
At this moment, we are witnessing the Division Sergeant Major is council lower the personal flag of the outgoing acting commander, Brigadier General Perfecto Piñarigos, 8th Infantry Division, Philippine Army.
The personal flag is a representation of the outgoing commander's authority and leadership, and its lowering underscores the formal handover of command and responsibilities.
And now, to read and sign his assumption order, may we request the incoming commander of the 8th Infantry Stormtroopers Division, Philippine Army, Brigadier General Adonis Ariel G. Orio, Philippine Army.
Headquarters, Infantry Stormtrooper Division, Philippine Army. Camp General Vicente Lucban, Catalogan City, Samar. Dated 7 November 2024. General Orders Number 537, Assumption of Command. Pursuant to Paragraph 2, General Orders Number 1175 of Headquarters, Philippine Army, dated 06 November 2024, I hereby assume the command of 8th Infantry Stormtroopers Division, Philippine Army, effective 7 November 2024, and I sign in your presence.
The Acting Commanding General, Philippine Army, Major General Ludovic B. Ginit, Philippine Army, is now presiding over the change of command of the 8th Infantry Division, Philippine Army.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now witnessing the handover of command, symbol signifying the relinquishment of the outgoing division commander and the acceptance of the incoming division commander of the duties and responsibilities of the 8th Infantry Division, Philippine Army.
It is a powerful and meaningful symbol of leadership transition and the continuation of military tradition.
At this point, let us witness the donning of rank to our newly installed division commander.
May we request Brigadier General Adonis Ariel G. Orio, Philippine Army, sir, to please proceed at the center stage. May we call on the Army Adjutant, Colonel Danilo Estraniero, General Staff Corps Artillery, Philippine Army, sir, for the reading of promotion order.
Republic of the Philippines, Department of National Defense, General Headquarters, Armed Forces of the Philippines, Camp General Emilio Aguinaldo, Quezon City. General Orders number 1692, published on 04 November 2024. Pursuant to the provisions of Republic Act number 11709 as amended by Republic Act number 11939, Brigadier General Adonis Ariel G. Orio, Officer DAS 10855, Philippine Army, is appointed ad interim to the rank of Major General effective 04 November 2024 by order of the Secretary of National Defense. Official Romeo S. Browner Jr., General Philippine Army, Chief of Staff. Signed, Bernardo R. Fortes Jr., Brigadier General, Philippine Army, the Adjutant General.
And now, may we call on the Acting Commanding General, Philippine Army, Major General Ludovic B. Ginit, Philippine Army, to don the rank to be assisted by the Assistant Chief of Staff for Personnel, J1 Philippine Army, Colonel Roderick L. Parala, General Staff Corps, Infantry, Philippine Army.
May we also request the accompaniment of Ms. Margaret Oriol Mann. Thank you, sirs and ma'am, and congratulations on your promotion, sir. At this juncture, the newly installed Division Commander, Major General Adonis Ariel G. Orio, Philippine Army, will give his first order to the Division Sergeant Major.
Sergeant Major,
Sorry, sir.
please raise my personal flag.
Sorry, sir.
The personal flag is a distinct symbol of authority. It signifies that Major General Adonis Ariel G. Orio, Philippine Army, is now in command of 8th Infantry Division, Philippine Army.
The newly installed commander of 8th Infantry Stormtroopers Division, Philippine Army, Major General Adonis Ariel G. Orio, Philippine Army, will give his remarks and subsequently introduce to us the presiding officer of today's ceremony.
To our presiding officer, this change of command ceremony, which will I introduce later, personally introduce later, my immediate predecessor, Brigadier General Piña-Redondo, sir. Sir, allow me to greet my upper class brother kasi kung wala sila, baka wala ako dito ngayon. First and foremost, my immediate boss, Lieutenant General Fernando Reg, the Commander of the Visayas Command, AAP, the Commander of 802nd Brigade in Mayerling Valley, Brigadier General Noel Disperser, yes, sir. The Commander of 801st Brigade, Brigadier General Leonard Elena, sir. Colonel Shalimar R. Imperial, sir, the Chief DSO. And my classmates, sir, we have here individuals coming from Sarangani Province, all from Sarangani Province, the Commander of 603rd Brigade, Brigadier General Michael Santos, together with his wife, Tina. The representatives of the 4th Infantry Division, the Commander of 401st Brigade, Brigadier General Francisco P. Lorenzo, the Regional Director, Police Regional Office 8, Police Brigadier General J.R. Tumigan. I have also served my wife, sir. I have formally introduced my wife, Miss Maribeth Oreo. The Deputy Brigade Commander of the 803rd Brigade, Colonel Erickson Rosana. And I will introduce her, our Chief of Staff, Colonel Arlino Sindayjego, with his wife, Emily Rose, Veronica, and his son, John. The Assistant Division Commander of RA, Colonel Ronald M. Iliana. We have the Mayor of Matuguinao Samar, Honorable Aran Di Bullier. Other stakeholders present, other distinguished guests, members again of the Tanglaw Diwa class of 1992 and their ladies, other family and friends of the immediate past commander, the online attendees, especially the former commander of 8th Infantry Division, Major General Bogie Dillon, who is present virtually, the HPA staff present, battalion commanders, post unit commanders, OPCON and tenant unit commanders, 8 ID White and separate unit commanders, others officers and staff, enlisted personnel and civilian human resource of 8th Infantry Stormtroopers, our media partners here, ladies and gentlemen, magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. It is my distinct honor and privilege to have been given a chance to lead this prestigious command. I am very grateful to the leadership of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. First is the Commanding General of the Philippine Army, Lieutenant General Roy M. Galido, ably represented by Major General Yudivic Biginit, the Vice Commander of the Philippine Army, our Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, General Romeo S. Bronner Jr., and to Secretary Gilberto Buhangot Teodoro Jr., the Secretary of National Defense, and to our Commander-in-Chief, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. To my immediate predecessor, Brigadier General Perfecto Peña-Redondo, thank you for your leadership, sir, in guiding the stormtroopers, sustaining peace and order within the joint operational area, which yielded significant accomplishments where peace and development in this region have been thriving. Today, as I assume this position, our goal is to make a breakthrough by achieving a total victory against insurgency. By setting the following general guidelines. On operations, as guided by the AAP Pledge Pagkakaisa 2023 to 2028 and the Chief of Staff AAP Guidance, which encapsulates the acronym SIR, we will abide by the defeat and mechanism stability through exploitation or gains of the previous campaign, which sustained and intensified focused military operations. Let us focus in achieving total victory in accordance with our campaign timeline by enhancing our intelligence efforts and deliberately implementation of a one-on-one concept directed against the enemy's center of gravity. We will dominate the information environment through intensified multi-level convergence, HCDR operations, thereby winning the peace across all domains in our joint operational area. Let us defeat insurgency. Let us do our best. Alongside defeating insurgents in this region, we need the support of the civil society. Let us work hand in hand with our partners in peace, our local chief executives, local government agencies, and all sectors of the local government units. Insurgency is one of the concerns of our citizens in the society. Therefore, it is a social menace. I am very grateful to your continuing development interventions, which have significantly rendered major information in this area irrelevant. Indeed, military solution is only part of the answer. I am honored that your steadfast support has been part of our framework in attaining inclusive peace and development in this region. As we push forward in achieving total victory, I strongly believe that we cannot solve our long-standing problem of insurgency through military solution alone. Thus, we need an active and efficient whole-of-nation approach to achieve our goals. On administrative matters, we will adhere to the CGPA's guidance, Army. Always pray, be reliable, responsive, and relevant. Be mission-oriented, while morale is paramount, and always yield. In relation with this guidance, I encourage the stormtroopers to live a healthy lifestyle. Let us heighten our mental health program and prioritize our respective annual physical examinations to ensure efficiency in the performance of our duty and overall wellness of our personnel. Let us constantly improve our readiness conditions, optimize the use of our resources to sustain the operational tempo, and strict observance of the financial management directives and guidelines. More so, in the approaching 2025 national and local elections, we must prepare to execute our duty with unwavering resolve, ensuring that every citizen with our joint operational area exercise the right to vote without intimidation or disruption. We shall remain vigilant against any influence by the CTG, standing as guardians of the democratic process. In closing, let us perform our mandate to the best of our ability. Our people are counting on us. This has never been easy, but rest assured, we will deliver and it can be done. Thank you at mabuhay tayong lahat. God bless us all.
Thank you for that inspiring message, sir. Please be seated.
At this juncture, allow me to introduce the presiding officer as of today's change of command ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor to introduce to you our presiding general officer for this change of command ceremony, Acting Commanding General of the Philippine Army and the 37th Vice Commander of the Philippine Army, Major General Ludwig Bolong Dini.
Thank you, Ariel. Please take your seats. On this occasion, let me first implore the presence of our Almighty God, who has the power over heaven and earth, both seen and the unseen. I will not acknowledge everybody as they have been acknowledged properly by General Peña-Redondo a while ago, and of course, General Orio. But let me just share my experience. When I was in Congress during the budget hearing, when a lot of our leaders in Congress recognized and acknowledged the sacrifices of our troops with regard to the improved peace and order situation in our country. It uplifted my heart hearing them acknowledge the sacrifices and saying that their areas are very much ready for development. And I am witness to that with my rounds in our divisions, in all of our Philippine Army Major Unit, from north to south, from 5th Division going to 11th Division. I saw how improved the peace and order situation in our country right now in this generation, as compared when we were young veterans. From confronting the communist terrorist group, the ISIS-inspired terrorist group down there in the Barm area, the pacification of Rido or the clan wars in Barm areas. At least we have now a peaceful settlement with the MILF, and it's now holding up to now. So the vertical conflict has been much with, there's no vertical conflict actually right now in the Barm area, but more of horizontal conflict, and that is the Rido. And I am a witness of the sacrifices of our soldiers during operations. We know because we were there, na sinasabi nga natin, ang bubong natin ay ang mga bituin at ang ating mga higaan ay mga lupa. Nakita po natin ang ating sakripisyo, ang mga tropa natin, para lang mapangalagaan ang kapayapaan ng ating bansa. During the times when I was also a 1st Brigade Commander, commander of the 1st Brigade Combat Team, I saw the sacrifices of our troops, that during Ridos, they were there in the middle of warring MILF groups. Nasa gitna po sila, dala-dala nila ay mga duyan-duyan para lang mapangalagaan ang kapayapaan doon sa lugar. 24/7, andun po ang ating mga tropa. During HADR, nandyan din po ang ating mga tropa. At alam natin yan, nakita yan ni General Peña-Redondo sa pag-suporta natin sa Bicol. Our country really owes a lot to our soldiers sacrificing in the field. And so, with this, I want to acknowledge the commanders right now, retired General De Leon, who is online. With his guidance, palakpakan po natin si General De Leon. As Grade 3, and of course as 8th Division Commander, marami siyang nagawa at na bigyan ng guide ng mga leaders at mga commanders para lang masugpo natin ang problema ng communist terrorist group. Of course, we have the primaries here. General Peña-Redondo, who started his career in the 7th IB 3rd Infantry Division. We have General Orio, who started his career in the 28th IB 4th Infantry Division. We have Lieutenant General Reyes, one of the Rangers who scored the mountains all over the Philippines. Of course, we have our brigade commanders, Jan Bistir, na sa pakipag-usap namin kanina, nasasabi niya na lang na kukunti na talaga ang kalaban sa area of operation niya. And of course, General Delina. We have Mike Santos, nakasama ko dati sa 6ID, no? Na pareho na mga rido, pati na mga CPP and PA ay kanyang pinangangalagaan para hindi lumakas. And of course, General Lorenzo sa 4th ID, itong mga brigade commanders natin. I also want to acknowledge our battalion commanders who I know has done a lot in maintaining the peace here in the AOR of 8th ID. Not only our battalion commanders are operating, but of course, those who sustain their operations, whether in the logistics, in the finance, personnel, and other offices. Our Sergeant Major, Division Sergeant Major Gabia, representing our enlisted personnel, and of course, the officers, enlisted personnel of 8th Infantry Division. Congratulations sa inyong lahat. Congratulations sa ating mga kasundaluhan. Let me also acknowledge, of course, those who sacrificed with their husband, now represented by Mrs. Orio, and other wives here. Alam ko ang sakripisyo ninyo pagdating sa pangangalaga ng ating mga pamilya. Kayo ang naiiwan sa ating mga bahay-bahay. Napapangiti ko sila kasi totoo naman na kayo talaga ang nangangalaga habang ang inyong mga asawa ay ginagampanan ang kanilang mga duty para mapangalagaan ang bayan. I would also like to acknowledge our local chief executives, our other stakeholders, because without your support, we cannot really attain this improved peace and order situation that we are having right now. Nasabi niya kanina ni General Orio that we need each other. We need each other to maintain the peace. And I would like to acknowledge your effort and please continue your support to the 8th Infantry Division. To General Peña Redondo, itong salamat sa pangangalaga sa 8th Infantry Division, albeit more than a month only. You presented your accomplishment a while ago, and I know because of your experiences and your knowledge of the dynamics of the CPP and PANDF, you were able to accomplish a lot with that few months, 1 month that you've been here. To Major General Orio, congratulations on your star, much deserved. Your experience in 4th Division will be utilized here in 8th ID. Your knowledge, the dynamics of the CPP and PANDF, particularly on your accomplishment of reducing the CPP and PANDF in your area from 200 plus to 22 only, manifest your knowledge and your dedication to finally decimate the communist terrorist group. I enjoin everybody, let us attain a whole of nation, whole of government approach anchored on good governance to finally defeat the menace of the CPP and PANDF. Whole of government approach is not just about providing good services, It's not just about anti-corruption, but it also means inclusiveness. And that means the participation of everybody. Good governance means also that we must have a common operational picture. We must understand, all of us, we must understand the dynamics of the CPP and PANDF because they are still there. And actually, they are still running in Congress. And we cannot afford for them to again get a lot of seats in Congress. So, Major General Oreo, there's still a task for here in 8th Division. We have to do our part to finally address internal security operation because we have a more challenging adversary at present. We may be hearing about the West Philippine Sea only, the challenges that are happening there, but there's a lot that is happening right now on land, particularly on the cyber and cognitive domain. Information operation is being conducted while we speak here, while I speak here. There are so many things that is being done already, and I was briefed a while ago by General Peña-Redondo of some captured nationals here in the area of 8th Infantry Division. We must protect our territory. Sun Tzu said that in any province that has an internal problem, its swords and spears will become blunt, and neighboring provinces will take advantage. And that is what is happening with us right now. So we enjoin everybody to help us address, even our media personnel. Please let us address this problem on internal security so that we can focus on a more challenging adversary. With this, I enjoin everybody. Let us all commit ourselves for the glory of God, honor of our country, and service to the Filipino people. Magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat.
Thank you, sir, for your message. Everyone, please be seated. At this time, let us proceed with the giving of memento to our presiding officer. May we request Major General Ludovic Biguinin, Acting Commanding General, Philippine Army, sir, to please proceed on the center stage.
Requesting as well our newly installed Division Commander, Major General Adonis Ariel G. Oreo, Philippine Army, to hand the memento to our presiding officer, to be assisted by the Assistant Chief of Staff for Personnel, G1, 8th IP, Lieutenant Colonel Ricky James L. Rosaleros, General Staff Corps, Infantry, Philippine Army, sir.
Thank you, sir. Everyone, please all stand for the mass singing of the hymn na 8 IP to be followed by Philippine